Who did you want to hear from most of? I know you first too. We have a male on the other side. Who did you want to hear from most of all? Who's on the other side? You in the blue, huh?
Dad.
Was it a heart situation? And was he having a lot of heart problems prior to his dropping? Well, anyway, so he's like, hey, calm down, Pamela. Anyway, he was shaking a lot too. Does that make sense too as well? So you might, welcome. Y'all are like, holy fuck, is she okay? Yes, I've read thousands of people. But it's just, he's just like, we're not leaving until I talk to my daughter. But he is also talking about the month of July for birthday, anniversary, or death, but also too could be somebody still here in the physical. And the month of November. Does that fit for you somewhere too as well?
My mom's birthday.
Okay, and she's still here in the physical? See why I organize it? Here they are in the spirit world, here they are in the physical. Because for me, your mom's still here because the soul powers the body, so I can see her through him, and so that's why I have to place them over here. There's a lot going on over here. Anyway, you knew but didn't know that he was going to leave. He talks about that. Does that make sense to you? Okay. And you were surprised at how it affected you? Like you were like, bitch has got this, I'm good. I'm gonna ride with this, I'm good. And then you found out what the dark night of the soul was. Your parents were married for a long time too as well? Who was he with?
His fourth wife.
How long? Oh, he liked being married, huh?
Our dads might be friends. They might be having a whole other conversation with each other right now.
Oh gosh.
Who has the 3 children?
I do.
He's talking about that too. Hold my mic.
Hold my
Getting
beer.
hot. Your 3 children, 2 and 1, 2 boys? Okay, anyway, just these are little tiny validations, y'all. I make it look easy, and I'm the goofy blonde, and woo. That's what he's saying here. And I love to be the good. I love that people don't see me coming. They never have. Yeah. Highly intelligent, but I don't show that shit. I hide in plain fucking sight, y'all. So that's what's really happening here. Anyway. He's got a personality, let me tell you. So you'll see that each and every time somebody comes through, they're not possessing me, they're standing next to me. But you'll see a bit of his personality. He was having a hard time leaving, okay? He had a lot that and he most particularly talks about your mom. And that's relevant, where a lot of healing needed to take place. Though she did move on pretty good. She made a good life for herself.
She did.
That's what he's saying, without me. Was that not the shirt you were going to wear today?
It's not the shirt I had on earlier.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's a different shirt. Okay, because he keeps showing me you in a different shirt. Okay. Was it a little bit more colorful?
Is he showing you a ribbon shirt?
It's a little bit more colorful?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he's layering that vision in front of me. I'm like, okay, you're wearing that, but you're wearing something else too as well. Did y'all put some gravel in your yard or needed to, or why is he showing me that and it didn't work out well? Anyway, remember, this is a group read, so if I start, if because they're talking, you know, if y'all go like, I just did that, you don't count because I know that you're doing lots of construction. Anyway, but he is showing me like the gravel drive where it was put down or whatever, so it might be connected to somebody else here too as well. But again, while you rewatch the session, you're like, oh yeah, well he's talking about 30 years ago. Well, it's still relevant, right? Now your kids, is one still at home? Okay, just one. Okay. Now he's talking about that, so he's helping you an awful lot too as well. Was he by himself there? Was he by himself when he left? When he transitioned?
I don't know.
He was found later?
I don't know.
How come you don't know?
I wasn't told about his death until a day later.
Okay. Well, then that'll validate a later date. Okay. Don't you fret. Do you have a brother who's still here in the physical? That would be his son? Okay. Are you in communication with him? Well, you might want to try to patch that up a little bit, if you can. I'm just telling you what he says. He's heavenly here. Everybody that comes through here today is heavenly. And I speak to the process of death as a transition because we are transitioning from the physical realm to the heavenly realm. Anyway, so you know your dad when he was here, and we're all here in the physical, experiencing, making a lot of mistakes, learning a lot of lessons. But he is fully transitioned, heavenly, with universal sight. And so there might be times when your loved ones come through and they were totally like not in a good place with you while they were still here in the physical, and maybe not of the highest awareness of such. Just because that's the way they were here in the physical doesn't mean that you take it with you once you transition. So he actually knows, has knowledge, can guide you, can help you. And from a place of which you can trust. So notice how he's slowing it down. And so now he's talking a little bit slower. Well, it's helpful for me that the empathic hit is releasing too. But so y'all witnessed the beginning of the session to where there was a lot of nervous energy. I was shaking. You may not have known it. It was really hot. I couldn't get comfortable. I had to stand up or whatever. He was having a hard time letting go of his life. He transitioned, he went heavenly, but he was having a hard time struggling with, so he came into awareness while he was still here in the physical before he took his last breath of what he wanted to, but he knew his mission and purpose was complete. And so he really did a complete life review. And that's part of the energy too, but of course with his heart and everything else that was going on, and he was ignoring it an awful lot because his body was really not in a good place with the stuff that he had done. If that makes sense, right? Okay. So anyway, he's good now. He helps you. He helps your children. Is it a daughter that's home with you still? Okay. We got a lot of reads kicking in already, even though I haven't told him yet, right? They're over here too as well. Do you have any questions for him? And is he the one that you wanted to hear from most of all, who's on the other side? Okay. And you close contact with your mom? Okay. Well, he's like, well, if you wouldn't mind, please tell her I love her and tell her thank you.
He always said that. He always said, how's your mom doing? Tell her hi.
Notice how she's one of the first ones he talks about over kid. He makes the really good homemade macaroni and cheese. Where are we going next? Okay, it'll fit, y'all. Do you have any more questions for him? You good to go? Well, do your best to have courage to let him know, and you'll have that heavenly force. He'll be there with you. You take your people with you. Hell, I don't take them with me. I show up for the read. They show up. I leave. I leave them behind. No. Oh, thank you. Don't want all of that. All right. Who the hell is obsessed with baked macaroni and cheese? Like, seriously. Okay, so we're going over here too as well. Is your mom still here in the physical? Aha. Who's the one that makes the really good macaroni and cheese? And where's the month of April for birthday, anniversary, death? Could be somebody still here in the physical. Just take time to think a little bit. It's not necessarily associated with her, but also to you and your life too as well. You'll see where it fits. Okay. Who did you want to hear from us? Okay, sorry. Did you see her passing coming?
No.
Not really? Not even a little bit. Who did?
She overdosed.
So you saw it coming. We're gonna have fun with you today. Anyway, she's like, you saw it coming. You knew that shit was gonna happen. So she's like, we live in the land of truth, as we are heavenly. And we speak nothing but the truth. We do not alter it in any way, shape, or form. Okay, so I'm literally standing here eating macaroni and cheese. I swear my mouth tastes like freaking macaroni and cheese.
I wasn't going to say anything until you said baked, because I always make
it has to be
baked.
Baked.
Yep.
And there's a distinct difference in taste.
Correct.
So she is telling me, and she's talking an awful lot too as well, so the empathic hits are blending a little bit, but it was peaceful for her. Do you understand? She said it was peaceful. And she does tell me, now, was it, okay, and you were still in communication and connection with her 3 months prior? She's talking about the 3 months
It
prior.
was about 6 months.
Okay, what was 3 months before? Because she's going back 3 months. And where does the month of April fit in that too as well? Anyway, so I'll just leave that on the table, which is why y'all will come back and rewatch. And then as I work my way around to other reads, you'll see that's where that fits too as well. Anyway, you look a lot like her, don't you? I'm just like over here, I'm like, holy shit. Just like, like there was somebody in the store standing next to you. Like, you look just like it. That's why it took me a minute after I came out of the bathroom. I'm like, which one is one? Anyway.
I was gonna say, were you in the store?
No, it was Spirit.
These two.
Spirit. Is there somebody else having some issues of the same kind too as well that you're trying to help?
I gave up on helping them. They're homeless. I had to
Okay,
do it.
no time is the same here. Okay, so that trying to help is eternal. So you still say prayers. You still, that's help too. Yeah, at some point you have to say, yo, you cannot do this to me. Okay. So was that when you had to end that? Was that in the month of April?
I don't know.
Okay, well, anyway, you'll find, I love the aha moments, especially after the reads where people are like, holy shit, that's where that fit. That's why I continuously remind people whilst we're in the read to go back and do that, because it's more powerful validations too as well. She tells me that she was tired, but that she had been trying to clean up her act. Just, and I don't know why, but her throat was really sore. So what happened? What did they do?
I found out after she died, she had been coughing up blood.
Yeah. And so the reason why we'll share this is it's like an empathic hit, to where sometimes out of nowhere your throat will be sore. Legal disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. Go see a doctor if you need to. God, me doctors too. But the empathic hit, we all experience it, okay? And so you'll notice that in times past when you might have thought of her a little bit of acid comes up, and also too, your throat's a little bit sore and it just kind of goes away. Sore, not sore. A little raspy voice, not raspy voice. Anyway, that's just the empathic hit. She's not doing it to you. It's not happening to her right now. It's just you're linked to her, that power of love, and that's why you experience it. You're not trying to make it happen. It just does. Anyway, so she does say that she did try to make a turnaround prior to, so that might be that 3 months back, okay? But also the month of August, it needs to put somewhere too as well. She does talk about the month of August, so do you remember that? Okay. She's like, she's not going to remember shit, Pamela.
That's probably what she was saying.
Was she displaced?
What do you mean?
Having a hard time settling one place to the next? And kind of in nowhere land? Okay. You did care for me. She's telling me that. I know you love me. I know that. But you say you have 2 children?
I do.
You already said that.
No, I had 2 siblings. Is what I had told you.
Oh, okay. She says, you say, somebody said. And you're a good mama? You did good. Did better, is what she says. She's like, you did better. But she did the best she could, and this is what she's saying. I did the best I could with what I had and what I knew. I was self-medicating. I was a true empath, a true sensitive. I did not know how to live in this world, and I did not know how to speak the language of this world, and nobody understood me. Make sense? Did she kind of not like, I am tasting macaroni and cheese. I can't wait to go somewhere. No, I know. I love
I'll have to
macaroni.
bring you some.
I love it. Seriously, but it is like, that's what they do. That is the power of the spirit world, is literally. Real cheese.
Sometimes.
She talks about that. Really cheese it.
Can't have enough cheese, right?
It's cheese and macaroni.
I was just thinking the exact same thing.
Well, when we leave our physical body, regardless of the death process, we're all making that decision as we're stepping out of our body as to whether our mission and purpose is complete. you see, regardless. So ultimately, we all make that decision. Okay? So look at it however you want to, but nobody takes us. We don't take ourselves. Well, we do, but she says, because that's got you all knotted up in the head a little bit. But everybody, when it's that time, everybody makes the decision whether or not they're complete. She made the decision she was complete. Now understand, in her case, it was not a giving up, because that's not the first time she crossed the realms, by the way. She's had near-death experiences before to where she continued on her path. And every life is worthy. Every life is important. And she will act as a contrast and a help to you. Just telling you what she's saying here, okay? So, look at her with honor, not with shame. Look at the beauty, because there's nuggets of gold everywhere. Okay? And most importantly, those lost souls that we need that are lost here on earth. It's our job, those of us, to not look our nose down on them and judge. It's our job to do the best we can. To at least send them love and prayer is the most powerful tool. But every life is valuable, and she's like, I don't regret any of my life. Okay? So, she said, and furthermore, any else, oh, okay, so she's defending herself now. It's not all my fault. Okay? Because she sees her life, she's heavenly. She's like, it's not just on me. It's a collective. And so, no, she said, nobody sets out to end up that way. I didn't set out to end that way. So she's really mothering you today here. And helping you through this process of healing. This, and it's all on how you look at it. She says it's all on how you look at it. Because you've not wanted to look at it. And this is why she's talking to you in this way. You didn't feel like you had the right to grieve. She's like, I'm your mother. A powerful, powerful connection. That's a grief you cannot overlook. Ever. In fact, outside of losing a child, losing a mother ranks right up there. It does not matter the type of relationship. Highly connected to our identity. Men come and go. We don't need them. We need that little bitty. That's that mother energy. Sorry, babe.
It is what it is.
What is true. Okay? So take that time to go over and look at the beauty of what she gave you, the gratitude of what she gave you, and your life. Because she gave you a lot, and there are good times to look at. But also to have compassion. And she said, do not walk in shame. There's nothing to be ashamed of. And she means for you. That's one of the reasons why you feel like I didn't do enough, I can't do enough. She's like, I got news for you. You can't save anybody. They have to save themselves. But that love never ends. And so don't deny yourself of the love that you possess. Because you block that up, you lose that will, and then you really do die inside. You never knew she was going to be a little heavenly preacher. She's like, that's my calling. She's like, I'm very happy to be over here. Thank you. She said, but my mission and purpose was complete. And so interesting and apropos that you're wearing green, but where does the green fit to as well? Because she's the one that came in and said, where are the green earrings? And here you are with the green on the sunglasses and the green on the shirt. So you'll find that somewhere, maybe with one of your children, one of your siblings and such like that. But the color green, or she'll use it as a spiritual breadcrumb trail, a way to communicate with you, following the read to you. We know it's the power of suggestion, but they have to suggest it, so that way you'll follow it too. And it comes out of nowhere. Where's 1976? I'm just going to kick that out there. It'll fit for you somewhere. You'll see where it fits. So she's told me she's going to be doing this the whole time. It's okay, because you know what? This is emotional. This is emotional. Makes sense, right? Because it's hard to wrap your mind around it. Because this is something where this is like the first time, and here we have a crowd to where you're actually looking at it, right? Okay. You are dearly loved. Allow her to help you. She's in that heavenly state of universal sight. She's not going to do your life for you. But you know her presence. You know when she's around. You don't have to be just sad. Sad for my life, yes. But you can take the gift of my lessons that I delivered to you. The thing is, and that's how it can be your contrast, is you understand how valuable life is. You understand how valuable you are as a mother now, right? That's when it happened. When she was no longer here in the physical. That's when you knew the importance of you, regardless. Yeah. Do you have any questions for her? Okay. Were there 2 other people living with her at the time?
Just her boyfriend.
And somebody else?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Was his hair a little bit longer?
A little bit. My dad's was, but they didn't live together.
Okay. And he's still here in the physical? Did she go first?
Yes.
And then he went?
Yes.
So I see him in the physical when she left. She went first? So that's what they're showing me, him being here in the physical side of things when she left. Okay. So that's the timeline where he has me right now. That's why I'm like, he's still in the physical, so I'm still in her death process too. Was it at home where she left, where she transitioned? Okay. So she has a lot of information that cannot be verified and validated too as well, but what was going on under the roof. But you kind of suspect. Make sense? Okay. She's like, we'll leave it at that. She's like, but I'll tell you, it's all true. So, but so she is showing me your dad, your hunky dad. Just saying. What's she showing me here? Not that he's not here in this large group that we have back over here, but she's just taking me on that journey. Was she in a good place with you when you had your babies?
A little bit. It was kind of our last dealings.
What now?
It was kind of our last dealings together.
She's showing me that as a beautiful moment and that love, and for her grandchildren and for you, she's showing me that. And so that's why it's kind of bubbling up, because she's right there next to you, taking you on that journey. Look at the beautiful that we had. So when you have such tragic loss as this, it's important to, yes, be honest about the devastation in that dark night, right? Honest with yourself and how it feels. Scream into a pillow, punch a wall, whatever. But also to those nuggets of gold, the beauty. Also, you need balance. So walking through grief is so important to be in balance in that way. And there's always something good. Not always. We can never ever say always, never ever say never, but generally speaking, okay. Because you do have memories. And she's just showing me a little golden book that, it might have been yours, and it's like the first years, and it's like a little girl on the front of it with a blue dress. Somebody will find that after this read.
Actually, it's my daughter's book.
Okay, so that's what she's showing me. Okay. But the spirit world, the way they work, they get it where, and also too, somebody reading psychically could do harm because they don't know about the PTSD and shit like that. Spirit world will protect and keep me from saying a certain thing. And why she wanted to start the readout with macaroni and cheese. You see, everything in words are power, words are energy. It's more relaxing. You can smell it, you can taste it. Right. You need to be validated up on sometimes when you're shaking and your heart's like and you got the nervous. Get it? That's an empathic hit. And you'll see when you pay attention, wow, I was just thinking about him, I just smelled him, and that was going on. And then when it comes to your awareness of, oh, that's what happened with my dad, you'll notice it goes right away, and you're like, oh, because it just like that sliver in your hand that's not supposed to be there. Some of these feelings just don't feel right, and they'll come from out of nowhere. That's the empathic hit, so that should make sense for you, too, as well. Do you have any questions for her? No? Whatsoever? Okay, well, you can ask him in private then. Are you sure about that? She answered him. Going. No.
I don't think I want to know.
Do you think that she did this on purpose?
I do.
Okay. That's why she went through the whole thing about we all make the decision to leave, and that was her way of hinting towards we all ultimately commit suicide because we all make the decision my mission and purpose is complete. You know, with her, the answer is yes and no. You see, it's not yes definitively, okay? But it is, in the same way gravity works, right? Well, if you continue down that path, natural law is going to dictate that this is going to happen. If I kick that stone really hard, I'm going to hurt my foot, she says. So you could tell me, so in that way it would be my fault for kicking that stone really hard because I'm upset. Now my foot is hurt. Well, I really didn't want my foot to be hurt. I love her analogies. I didn't really want my foot to be hurt, but I was angry, and so I reacted, or I was lost. She's like, that's what happened to me. Yes, it was going to happen due to my actions. Yes, I did do it. But she's like, everybody does things in the physical and is actually surprised at the consequences after, or not really, even though logically speaking, that should be the consequence. We're not thinking of that. She's like, so think of it more like that. Was I pushed a little bit? Yeah. Was I influenced? Yeah. So she's now going in that line of like, the stuff that you know and that you think, okay, you're not wrong.
You're not wrong, yeah.
Okay. She's like, but you're still my daughter. I'm still your mother. It still is the case. Okay, okay. Okay, good. Okay. All right. Everybody having a good time?